the government's position, Donald Trump's position, is that the term regulate importation in IEEPA, which is the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, is tantamount to tariffs. That is what John Sauer, the Solicitor General, argued. And no matter what was asked, he came back to that regulate importation is the phrase that means tariffing. Regulate alone may not, but regulate importation, Sauer claims, is giving the president tariffing power. And that is regulatory tariffs and not revenue generating tariffs. So he's sort of parsing the meaning and it sort of being technical, but the court was not having it. The court really was not very happy with Sauer's argument. It's very difficult to gauge Justice Thomas, but with the other justices, even Justice Gorsuch and Chief Justice Roberts, they were both very, very clear on the fact that tariffing is nowhere in the IEEPA statute. The Vos Selections argument, which was presented by Neil Katyal, started out by saying that tariffs are taxes and that Congress has a very specific power to tariff and then regulate foreign commerce. These are two separate powers. And when it comes to tariffing, when it comes to taxing, our legislature and our government has always been very specific in delegating away Congress's tariffing and Congress's taxing power away to the executive. So it has to be very specifically delegated, and Vos Selections and Neil Katyal's position is that tariffs are nowhere mentioned in IEEPA. IEEPA was not designed to be a tariff statute. It is a sanction statute. It allows for various prohibitions and licensing and other things, but it does not speak of tariffs. And in order for Congress to delegate away their tariff power, they have to do it very specifically and very limited way, in a very limited way, because otherwise it is very difficult to get the power back from the president. And that was an issue that the justices talked about, is that if you delegate so freely without saying tariffing power, just by saying regulate importation, then you are making it difficult for Congress to take back its power to tariff in that context from the president when that time elapses. Because no president is going to want to give up their extra powers. And so the impression that I got from all the justices, Justice Alito and Justice Barrett seems to be wanting to throw Neil Katyal off. Whereas on John Sauer's side, it seemed like Chief Justice Roberts, Justice Gorsuch, Justice Kagan, and Justice Sotomayor were very, very pointed in their questioning. They were very annoyed by the fact that this issue is being brought up when IEEPA doesn't talk about tariffs at all.